Get it for this city. Get it for each other. We gotta smell greatness, and we gotta finish strong.
Who that standing on beat them Saints?
Our time to shine.
Leaving reception, made for the touchdown, like barrel up over and in.
We that.
My goodness gracious.
And this is not your father's Saints.
No, it's not. This is a good football team.
Hell is frozen over. The Saints are on their way to the Super Bowl.
This is for the city of New Orleans.
This is our year. This is our game.
Makes him it. He's going to score. He's picked off. It's picked off. He's going to go all the way.
Laissez-les bon temps rouler. The Saints have won the Super Bowl.
New Orleans, the Crescent City. World-renowned for its multicultural heritage, architecture, music, and cuisine. New Orleans is also home to a unique love affair between a city and a football team.
We love our city. We love anything that represents our city. We love football, and we love the New Orleans Saints. We did not intend to have pain and suffering as a result of this.
Since the team's inception in 1967, fans have endured through dozens of losing seasons. It took 21 years for New Orleans to post its first winning record. But despite the heartbreak and the headaches, the city always remained loyal to their sad sack Saints.
We were able to accept the fact that the Saints seemed to be a lost cause because we ourselves are kind of lost. We're out of step with the rest of America. We are conducive to producing a great football team. It's just taken us a little time.
Losing football games is tough, but it was small in scale compared to what New Orleans went through after Hurricane Katrina. With thousands of citizens left homeless, it was the Saints' turn to support their fans.
Everybody wants to know that somebody cares about them, and New Orleans Saints, as a team, as a family, we care about the city of New Orleans and everybody in it. So that's just it. We just come out to show everybody that we care, and they really appreciate that.
Man, but y'all make us feel like that we back home again, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
For people to be able to come over here and enjoy a football game, take your mind off of, I lost everything in the world.
Means something.
It means a lot.
The team gave New Orleans hope as it began the recovery process. In 2006, the Saints also underwent a rebirth when owners Tom Benson and Rita Benson LeBlanc made a commitment to the fans to build a championship-caliber team. The first step to reaching that goal was the hiring of new head coach Sean Payton.
This is an exciting day for me and my family. I'd like to first thank Mr. Benson, Rita, for giving me this great opportunity to coach a great organization.
You know, I think Coach Payton came in with a definite plan.
The New Orleans Saints select Reggie Bush, running back, USC.
He was going to create a winning attitude and a winning atmosphere. He made everyone in that organization feel like they had to prove it to him that they belong there and that they could help us win. If you could do that, then you were going to stick around. If you couldn't, then you were out.
Bolstered by personnel moves from GM Mickey Loomis, Payton's first season brought the Saints a division title and a trip to the NFC Championship game.
Can anybody catch Bush? He's the fastest guy on the field, and nobody will. 20, 15, 10, 5, bye-bye, baby. And there's a fleur-de-lis after 88 yards.
Although New Orleans fell short of the Super Bowl, Payton changed the losing culture that had hung over the franchise like an old voodoo curse.
And this is not your father's Saints.
No, it's not. This is a good football team.
Over the next 2 years, New Orleans established itself as one of the NFL's most explosive teams, but failed to make the playoffs. However, heading into the 2009 season, the Saints believed they were destined for greatness.
We're a Super Bowl contender because I feel like we have all the right pieces in place. I feel like we have the right mentality. I feel like we have a great group of guys that love the game of football. They care about one another. They trust one another. And I feel like we have a city behind us that deserves it.
You know, we have a young team, a successful plan in place, a good quarterback. If the players, the coaches, and everyone can put the team first, you generally have success.
The last chapter of the Bible, Apocalypse, what's it called? When the world's coming to an end? Revelation. In the book of Revelations, that's the one thing they left out, you know. And then the Saints will reach the Super Bowl.
The Saints' quest for a championship began in the Superdome. Although a Super Bowl berth and the impending apocalypse were a long way away, something was already burning. The smell turned out to be the Lions' defense, being torched repeatedly by Drew Brees.
Here's Brees throwing back of the end zone, leaping catch. Can it be made? Yes, it was. Touchdown!
New Orleans' revamped defense also brought the heat. Greg Williams' group held Detroit to 231 yards and intercepted rookie Matthew Stafford 3 times, twice by free agent acquisition Darren Sharper.
Stafford throws, and it's intercepted. This is Sharper. Back to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The veteran still on his feet, 40. Midfield 50. Lion territory, 45-yard line. And Darren Sharper has his 12th career interception.
Brees fired 6 touchdowns, tying the franchise record set by Billy Kilmer. The remarkable performance had New Orleans believing that hell could freeze over come January.
Throws downfield, and it's Henderson. He's gone. He's gone. Beautifully thrown ball by Drew Brees. Good for a 58-yard strike. A very impressive display by the Saints offense.
The offensive onslaught continued the next week in Philadelphia. Drew Brees tossed 3 more touchdowns and increased his league-leading total to 9.
Fake pitch, Brees rolls right, stops, throws into the end zone, leaping reception, touchdown! Marcus Colston. Play action, throwing it to his fullback Evans, and Evans slips a couple of tackles, dives toward the pylon, and he's in! Look at Heath Evans, tight-roping the sideline for his 2nd touchdown reception in 2 games.
Mike Bell and Reggie Bush combined for over 100 rushing yards and 2 scores as the Saints eclipsed the 40-point mark for the 2nd straight week.
And they're going to give it off to Bush. Bush has a hole, 10, 5, scampers into the end zone, touchdown.
Darren Sharper's 3rd pick of the year sent Eagles fans flying for the exits.
Back to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, 35, 40. Look at the veteran go. Midfield, 35, down to the 30. He gone, he gone, he gone. 97 yards on the touchdown return.
In the first of 3 straight games against teams from the state of New York, the Saints' defense dominated. New Orleans held Buffalo to 243 yards and didn't allow the Bills into the red zone all afternoon.
Retreats, throws over the middle, ball up in the air, jump ball, and it's going to be intercepted by Will Smith. And the Saints get a huge turnover.
New Orleans put consistent pressure on Trent Edwards, which helped the secondary to silence Terrell Owens. Owens' streak of 185 consecutive games with a catch came to an end. With the offensive line of Bushrod, Nix, Goodwin, Evans, and Stinchcomb leading the way, New Orleans proved it could play smash-mouth football, pounding out 222 rushing yards to secure the victory.
Running left side with Pierre Thomas. That's where he goes now. Cuts it back 10, down to the 5. Pierre Thomas will score again. Pierre Thomas on a 19-yard touchdown run as the Saints put the final nail in the Bills' coffin.
The Saints faced their biggest test of the young season when they went toe-to-toe with the 3-0 Jets and their blustering defense.
You've been talking this whole week, but right now you can't do nothing but talk. You just talk. We got control over this. Y'all just talk. That's how y'all gonna be in a minute. Quiet.
Actually, New Orleans had plenty to cheer about because it was the underrated Saints defense that got the jump on New York.
Sanchez throws it intercepted to Sharper. It's back at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Midfield, Sanchez to beat. He won't do it. Look at Darren Sharper. He's going to strut into the end zone. Rumble, young man, rumble. 99 yards on the return.
Over one more time that I don't want to hear. I did not hear. I did not know. I do not understand.
Greg Williams players knew what to do. Keep the pressure on.
Sanchez to throw to the end zone under pressure. Hit. The ball pops out. Loose in the end zone. The Saints come after it and they recover. A touchdown. The Saints score another defensive touchdown here in the first half. Saints number one. That's right.
Hey. What up, baby?
Just be prepared. Don't get karate kicked in the face.
In a game that turned into an old-school street fight, New York landed its share of blows.
Handoff, Reggie Bush bouncing into the near side left. Not much there. Fumble the football. He lost it. I think the Jets got it. Get up in there. Get up in there.
The Jets capitalized on the turnover and cut the Saints' lead to 7. With the game on the line, Sean Payton put the team's fate in the hands of Pierre Thomas. For the second straight week, Thomas delivered.
Brees sets up the screen to Pierre Thomas. Blockers in front. 30, down to the 25. Still at his feet, 20. He's down to the 10. He breaks another tackle, and he'll be stopped just short of the end zone. Saints trying to end this thing with a touchdown. Here's Thomas, and he's in.
All because of y'all.
Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir.
All because of y'all.
See, make sure you get that. Hey,
all because of y'all. All because you big boys. All because you big boys.
We that. 4-0, battle by singing now.
Yeah, that 4-0. NFL film, you better believe that. Without trash talking. It's just 4-0 though.
From the top, 1, 2, where's 3, 4, where's 5, 6, where's 7, 8, where's 9, where's
In a game that was billed as the Battle of the Unbeatens, New Orleans looked to make it a clean sweep over New York teams.
They're a good football team. I think we're a better football team. Easy. The same old Saints I've been knowing growing up, man. Same old same. Ain't nothing different. Our time to shine. Undefeated. Not after today, baby. One will not be undefeated.
Give it off to Mike Bell. Up over and in. Mike Bell airborne. He's in the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown dive.
The Saints took an early lead and never let up, racking up nearly 500 total yards on the league's #1 ranked defense. 7 different players scored for the Saints, and the rout was on.
Shockey, touchdown! Jeremy Shockey, vengeance is mine.
Thunder 11. Gun King Fix Right X Short /17 week Venus, Ohio.
Saints have stunned the Giants, looking to get more. Brees stops, throws deep, looking for Meacham, goes up for the football! He's got it in the end zone for the score!
I should have just brought you inside. Your angle was that way, but I should have brought you inside. He was trying to stay outside of you, wasn't he?
Hey, the thing you got to get in your mind is, no matter what happens right now, is we got to score every time because these guys can score now.
Play action, Brees with time, fits it in, more touchdown! And for Drew Brees, that's his 3rd of the first half.
Hey, these boys ain't better than us, man. Let's go.
Manning calls for the football. Saints with a twist up front. They strip the ball from Manning, and it's on the ground. It's being fought for and picked up. It's going to be Shanley. I think they're going to rule him down by contact at around the 6-yard line. It'll be the Saints football, 1st and goal.
Let's go, Reggie. Come on, Reggie.
Y'all gonna go back. We're gonna get you lathered up.
Crowd getting back into it. Saints coming off the corner with Harper. Here's Manning, a wobbly pass, intercepted Greer.
By game's end, there was little doubt that New Orleans was the team to beat in the NFC.
Touchdown. Touchdown. That's it there. Coffin on. Who that?
What an effort by the New Orleans Saints, still undefeated, still have not trailed through 5 games.
After blowing out the Giants, the Saints were feeling super. But the Dolphins' pass rush turned out to be kryptonite, severely weakening Drew Brees' passing powers. New Orleans found itself in a place it hadn't been all year, playing from behind.
Brees back to throw, tipped the line of scrimmage, and picked off by the Dolphins.
Here's the pass, and it's going to be intercepted.
What a play.
3rd interception of Brees today.
A former Saint scored twice in the first half as Miami raced to a 21-point lead.
He's got it. Ricky Williams, touchdown!
He made one move and he was gone. That, sports fans, was too easy.
It would have been easy to pack it in, but teams with championship aspirations never quit.
Hit as he delivers the football, and it's going to be picked off. Darren Sharper on the rebound at the 20. Down to the 15, the leading interceptor in the NFL to the goal line. And he's in again! In again for the 3rd time this season.
Early in the 4th quarter, the Saints were nipping at the Dolphins' heels, and it was only a matter of time before they took the lead.
Bush turns left side, dives for the pylon, he's in. Reggie Bush.
My goodness gracious.
Brees on a quarterback keeper takes it in as he has scored on the ground twice, and the Saints have taken their first lead of this game.
New Orleans scored 22 unanswered points in the final quarter to remain perfect. Tracy Porter's interception return for a touchdown completed one of the greatest comebacks in Saints history. In just over 3 months on the same field, another Porter pick 6 would cap the greatest win in team history.
This is a football team that faced a 21-point deficit. Whatever questions this team had not answered before today, they have answered them in very positive fashion.
The Saints returned home for a Monday night showdown with Atlanta, where Pierre Thomas wowed a nationwide audience.
Made the first guy miss, second guy miss, and Pierre Thomas scores.
For the 2nd straight week, New Orleans turned the ball over 4 times.
Brees with time, and my gosh, he got cleaned up. Fumble, Behrman recovers, touchdown Atlanta.
But Drew Brees overcame the miscues and helped the Saints build a 14-point halftime lead.
Brees lost it to the goal line. Leaping reception made for the touchdown by Colston. Harder to overthrow than the Ayatollah is Marcus Colston. Thomas diving and a Florida leap into the end zone for the touchdown.
Matt Ryan was intercepted 3 times, twice in the 4th quarter, to end any hope of a Falcons comeback.
Throws over the middle, picked off at the 40, back to the 35, 30, down to the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, touchdown! Jabari Greer!
At 7-0, the Saints were marching toward the best start in franchise history. The only thing standing in their way, Louisiana native Jake Delhomme and the Carolina Panthers. securing the historic win wouldn't be easy, as Carolina jumped out to a 14-0 lead. But for the third straight week, New Orleans erased an early deficit with help from its prolific offense.
Delivering the football, leaping reception, Meacham, free at the 20, 10, 5, and that's a 54-yard touchdown.
That's what the Saints can do. They go zip, zip, zip. Next play is an extra point.
Loyal Saints fans became witnesses to history when Greg Williams' defense sealed the victory.
Handing it off on the run, and the ball is free on the ground. Hargrove picks it up. Touchdown Saints.
There we go.
And now take a deep breath, Who Dat Nation, because your New Orleans Saints are going to be off to the fastest start in franchise history.
The Saints were painting a football masterpiece, but things were anything but picture perfect early on against the Rams.
Brees retreats, steps up, looks, fires short, wide open. Colston diving, lost the football, it came out, and it's out of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams have forced a third turnover.
The game was tied at halftime. Then the Saints special teams promptly untied it.
Across the 35, and he's free. Midfield, down to the 40, 30, 25, 20. Say bye-bye, Courtney Roby.
The Rams actually outgained New Orleans in total yardage, but never could find a way to stop Reggie Bush.
Bush inside the 10, 5, and a patented fleur-de-lis at the goal line. He's in.
A late Brees to Meacham scoring strike wrapped up a too-close-for-comfort win over St. Louis. But it was smooth skies all the way the following week in Tampa as the Saints bombarded the winless Bucks from start to finish. Tampa's passing attack was grounded, while Brees filled the air with 3 touchdown passes.
Gonna throw over the middle, catch made, Thomas, touchdown! David Thomas takes it in for his first score as a Saint.
Mike Bell tacked on 2 more touchdowns as the Saints remained perfect, going into their most anticipated game of the season. A primetime showcase made the Crescent City the center of the football universe. Saints fans were out in full force to watch their heroes take on the most successful team of the decade.
I hope you can tell how loud this place is.
Is this the biggest regular season game in Saints history? I think it's going to be a wild ride this evening.
Let's go, baby. This is our house. Our house. Party night. Tonight. Everything you got.
27.
On their first drive, the Patriots marched 80 yards in 14 plays and took the lead.
Brady hands off to Maroney. First down. Touchdown.
Patriots lead 7-3.
Are we playing or what?
Sean Payton's question was emphatically answered.
Here's Brees setting up a little screen to the near sideline to Thomas. Thomas stays on his feet, down to the 5, down to the goal line, and he plunges in for the touchdown. Leading the Patriots 10-7. Brees going to throw down the seam. Wide open, Devery Henderson. Nobody's within 20 yards of him. He could do the backstroke into the end zone from there, and he'll take it in for a touchdown strike.
Drew Brees went back, set up, he looked left, turned over to the right, and just let it fly.
Brees looked off the safety to his left, threw it to his right to Henderson. There was nobody even in the picture.
For the Saints offense, it was a watershed moment. Then the defense took the Patriots to the woodshed.
Brady steps up, throws, and it's intercepted.
Momentum very definitely swinging to the side of the New Orleans Saints.
And the carnage continues. Saints fans are loving every single second of it.
The night belonged to Drew Brees, who finished with a perfect passer rating and 5 touchdowns.
The Saints add to their lead and their domination of the New England Patriots.
It only counts for one win on the stat sheet, but I think emotionally, these types of wins can mean a little bit more. Obviously, we played a very good football team tonight, New England Patriots. Anytime you go up against a team like that and can win and win the way that we did, it just helps build confidence for you. Now, each week from here on out gets tougher and tougher, though. Every team we play, it's going to be their opportunity to take a shot at us.
The lowly Redskins surprised the Saints by storming to an early lead. A second-quarter interception appeared to put New Orleans in an even deeper hole. Then Robert Meacham literally took matters into his own hands.
Meacham stole the ball! My goodness! 10-5! Touchdown Saints! Robert Meacham finds a new way of getting into the end zone, stealing the ball from Kareem Moore, who had intercepted.
Heads-up job there by Robert Meacham getting in there to make the tackle and strip it away.
The Saints catch lightning in a bottle here.
The Redskins still led by a touchdown late in the game and were on the verge of ending the Saints' perfect season if they could nail a 23-yard field goal.
Kick is on the way, and it is no good. He missed the chip shot with 1:52 to go. How do you miss so close?
The botched kick opened the door for Brees and company to send the game into overtime.
Steps up, throws deep down the middle. There's Meacham! And this team has come back from the dead.
After a defensive takeaway, Garrett Hartley sealed the win.
And it is good. Let's go home, everybody, as 12-0 champions of the NFC South. One of the greatest victories in Saints history.
I don't think we're feeling anything close to invincible because every game is really close, and teams are playing us tough. And I don't care who you're playing. It's tough to get wins in this league. When my number's called, do my best to make plays, and I just want to win.
Bush would get his chance to make plays in Atlanta, where it was hard to tell which team was the home team.
Take a look around. There's more Saints fans here than there are Falcons fans. This is our house tonight, baby.
Throws into the flat. Bush diving for the pylon. He's in. Reggie Bush.
This safety's going to be driving on you, so I'm going to try to put it on you, but I might be pumping here and then Denver here. Let it go. Let it go. This guy's off and inside.
Dumps it off Bush. Whole big convoy in front of him. 10-5. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown.
They can't stop you, boy.
Despite Bush's 2 scores, the Saints and Falcons were deadlocked at 23 in the fourth quarter.
We call Kobe. The other thing, if they have time to pump it, you guys will collapse in the pocket pretty damn good. Okay? We got to make him launch it. I really believe he had to throw it too high to get it over your old hand.
After the Saints retook the lead, Jonathan Vilma made it stick with 2 defensive gems.
Redmond throws, Snelling hit. He hit a yard shy of the first down by Jonathan Vilma.
So the Saints now at 13-0 have gone where they have never been before in the path to perfection.
It's never been done before in this club's history. And yet I said to you early on, we're not carrying the sins of these old teams here forward. This is our deal. This is our deal.
Who that? Who that? Who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that said they gonna beat them Saints?
Believe in
yourself. Yeah. Believe in your team. Yeah. Let's go do it. Yeah.
It's our night. It's our time. America's watching. Right. And let's show them who America's team really is.
Dallas landed the first blow, and it packed a wallop.
Deep for Austin, got 2 men beat. Touchdown, Miles Austin. First and goal is a 3. Eye left, hand off Barber. Left guard into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
8 minutes remaining, third quarter, and the Cowboys extend their lead to 24-3.
It was shaping up to be the Crescent City's most somber Saturday night in recent memory. But a second-half Saints comeback put points on the board and brought the Superdome crowd to life.
Bell runs it left, trying to get into the end zone. With second effort, he will. Brees sets up the screen. This is Pierre Thomas. 35-40, 45 midfield, still on his feet, twisting and turning.
I think this crowd thinks this game is over, down 14.
They throw it to Moore. Moore with a couple of blocks in front of him. He walks into the end zone. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Saints trail now by 7.
After Dallas squandered an opportunity to ice the game, the Saints mounted a last-minute comeback.
Okay, kids, deep breath. 12 seconds, Brees in the ground on second down. Back, sets, hit, fumble the ball. The Cowboys recover.
And that is it. That's the end of the Saints winning streak, the longest winning streak in Saints history.
Look, it's been a tremendous year, and it ain't over by a long shot.
Not at all.
The Saints still hope to give themselves and their fans a belated Christmas present, a win that would clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Hey, baby, we've been waiting for this moment right here all season long to get the 1 seed, get it for this city, get it for each other. We got to spell greatness, and we got to finish strong.
Go get them. Go get them.
Running straight ahead, Pierre Thomas into Buck territory, still running. And he's going to be inside the 40, inside the 35. Pierre Thomas running like a man possessed. Brees hands off Pierre Thomas, and he walks into the end zone. Doesn't get much easier than that.
Let's go, T. Start fast. Start fast.
Send the blitz, Freeman throws the alley-oop for the corner of the zone. It's intercepted.
Tracy Porter went up and got it. Freeman goes to the shotgun, has time, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted by Sharper. Turns it up to the 40, up to the 45-yard line, gives some ground, slips a tackle, and dives forward to around the 48-yard line.
Sharper! Sharper, that's why step up, boy.
Got me, Drew?
Got me? All right, here we go. Put a drive together here.
Nice tempo.
90, what's that?
Brees with a lot of time, wants it all. Deep downfield, Meacham takes it in stride. Touchdown, Robert Meacham.
Did you just give him a little? He stayed inside, didn't he? You came underneath him. He tried to center field, turn it, and fell down. Nice job.
The Saints appeared to be in control, but the Buccaneers refused to go away.
The Bucs, with 17 unanswered points, have pulled into a 17 all-time.
Hustle back. Let's go. Next time you get him.
Woo! Don't say it'll be easy.
We're gonna have to go win this one.
Yep.
I believe in you. Let's go get it.
Here we go.
Just make a hard for ourselves. Let's go get it. Hey, we're going. Let's go.
What I said?
I mean, I think Drew Brees and this staff right here, they're capable of moving this ball to get you in field goal range.
Breeze throws it over the middle. Meacham fighting all the way down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Timeout! Timeout!
Tell you, I'll take it anywhere I can get it right now.
Kick it. And they're not going to take any longer. They're going to bring on Garrett Hartley.
Nice snap, dugout, here's the kick, and it's long enough, it's long enough, it's no good, it's no good, he missed it right to the left.
In less than a month, in virtually the same spot, Hartley would get the chance to win a game of greater importance. But for now, it was Tampa's kicker who played the hero.
Line drive, kick, it's good, and the Bucs beat the Saints, Bucs win, Bucs win, Bucs win in overtime.
Hey, good win, man. Good win. Good win.
And the Saints are denied, at least for the time being, the top seed in the NFC.
When the Vikings lost a day later, the Saints clinched home field advantage and entered their final regular season game with one goal in mind: keeping their players healthy. Many starters saw limited or no action.
The key now is to get ourselves mentally and physically refreshed and ready. We got a few guys with some nicks that we get treatment on, and felt like it was smarter for us to start the game with a number of players that were either inactive or down. I think it was an easy decision.
Coming into this one with all the guys that we had banged up and everything else, it was all about what puts us in the best position to succeed in the playoffs. Listen, we need to get healthy and do all the right things in that regard. That's the most important thing right now.
Even so, some fans in the Big Easy were feeling uneasy. Could the Saints recapture their mojo in time for the playoffs?
So guys, New Orleans Saints, #1 seed, yes, but lost 3 games in a row. How concerned are you? Only a few weeks ago, the Saints were aiming for the history book with that undefeated season. Instead, they became the first team to lose 3 straight games after starting the season 13-0.
Though some were worried, the majority of fans were keeping the faith. They had waited years for a Saints team as good as this one. Now, the NFL's most long-suffering franchise was in its best position ever to make a run for the championship.
Our region, New Orleans and Louisiana and the whole Gulf Coast, they deserve a winner. We know how many fans we have out there. We know how bad they want us to win, and we know what it does for their spirits, giving them hope. And it's special, the bond that we have with our fans, and they deserve a champion, and we're trying to give that to them.
Hey, remember how we got here today? Because we smelled greatness. Because we wanted to be special.
When I say who that, we say we that. 1, 2, 3, who that? We that. Let's go. Who is that?
Takes, be a handoff right side, big hole, 35, 40, Hightower, 45. He might go. 40, 30, on the first play, Hightower, 70 yards, touchdown Cardinals.
Only good thing about that is it only took a few seconds off the clock. You know, now you're going to put Drew Brees and company out there and see if they can respond.
The response was just what Saints fans had come to expect from the NFL's highest-scoring team.
Give it off, Hamilton right side, and he is in for the touchdown.
But the Saints answered that early big play by the Cardinals. They're marching it down the field and getting it in the end zone.
No big plays. No big runs. No big pass. Come on.
Warner throws over the middle, completion up to the 40. Ball comes free. Saints are going to pick it up. This is Sharper bringing it back. Leaps over a tackler. 5 seconds. Caught for the touchdown by Shockey. A brilliant throw by Breeze.
Calm down and play football. That's it. Don't worry about the crowd. Don't worry about nothing else.
And a lot of celebrities here today. Brad Pitt is here. Spike Lee. You're all in town to see this one.
At a star-studded Superdome, Reggie Bush shined the brightest.
In years past, Reggie Bush would have tried to reverse this all the way around the field. Right now, he said, no, man, the heck with that. I got to go north and south. Man, Reggie, that's all anybody's asking you to do.
Here's a run left side, and it's Reggie Bush breaking free. Bye-bye birdies! A 46-yard touchdown gallop by Reggie Bush.
This game is still within our reach.
The Saints' reach exceeded the Cardinals' grasp.
Pitch back, flea flicker, Breeze floats and locks it and throws it downfield, and it is caught! Caught by Henderson at the goal line for the touchdown!
Cardinals gave up 45 points last week. Right now, the Saints are on pace to score more than 60.
Let's get another one. Let's get another one. Let's get another one.
Split backs, they running the stutter away from the two receivers. I'm going to start setting the front that way to the one receiver side. Right, they're coming back to the bubble.
The Cardinals' bubble was about to burst.
Coming all day. We're coming all day.
Saints showing blitz. Coming off the corner. Warner steps up and throws it, and it's intercepted. Will Smith, and there is a player shaken up, and that is Kurt Warner, flat on his face. To his credit, Warner was coming up and trying to make a tackle. Bobby McRae just blindsided Warner, who never saw him.
Warner was gone, but the Saints still had some unfinished business.
Will be taken in by Reggie Bush at the 18-yard line. Running to his right now, cutting it upfield. He's got room. He's up to the 40, 45, midfield 50. Running down the near sideline. Graham won't even contest him.
He is having the game of his career today.
Our job ain't even close to being over.
Let's go Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, we got one more game.
And the road to the Super Bowl continues to be through New Orleans in the NFC.
I'll talk to you. Hey, keep it going. We'll back to
We are so proud of you guys. Go through the bye week and all this bull about being rusty. So much for the rust.
What a great day to be New Orleanian. What a great day to be a Saints fan. What a special day it is in this city. This is, I would say, the biggest sporting event in the history of New Orleans.
This is what we came here for. It's what we worked all year for.
Their long journey was nearly done. The Saints were one win away from the Super Bowl.
Welcome to the NFC Championship game.
Let's come out with some piss and vinegar. Get after our ass. Have a little fun. Let's score some points. Let's go home and get ready for Miami. All right? Score on three. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes.
Handoff, Adrian up the middle, bumps it out to the left to the 15. Sprints inside the 5. Touchdown! And the Vikings strike first.
All right. Here we go.
Dumps it off to Pierre Thomas. Great block by Evans. Down to the 25, 20, 15, and his feet 10, 5. Touchdown, Pierre Thomas. That's a 38-yard touchdown, and the Saints reply.
This thing right here has got all the makings of a shootout.
Good job with the protection. This quarterback's feeling it.
The Saints helped their quarterback with big blocks and breakaway receptions.
This is Sapp over here. It's what we wanted.
end zone, leaping reception, touchdown for the Saints, Devery Henderson. The coverage by Benny Sapp, who was victimized. Henderson with the touchdown reception. We're tied at 14.
Let's go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good job.
Saints fans back on their feet, dancing and swaying in the aisles as one.
On defense, the Saints hit Brett Favre, then hit him some more.
Brett Favre was just creamed by Darren Sharper.
The Saints are trying to trade a first down for a headache.
How the hell they hitting the quarterback?
They hope that this pressure later on in the game is going to get to Favre and he's going to get inaccurate.
New Orleans defenders were muscling their way past Minnesota. The special teams simply ran through them.
Courtney Roby back to the 20, puts his head down, bounces off a tackle, tries to break it outside and does. He's up to the 40. He's running 45 midfield. He's still at his feet and taken down inside the 40-yard line of the Vikings. Handed off, Thomas, big hole right side. Pierre Thomas all the way to the goal line. He's in! And with 12:56 to play in the third quarter, it's now the Saints 21 and the Vikings 14.
All right, let's go answer. Let's go answer.
Handoff, Adrian left side, lowers the helmet and violently runs into the end zone.
7:35 to play third quarter. It's the Vikings 21 and the Saints 21.
Hey, they're going to come back to that play action now. Let's hit this guy.
Favre out of the shotgun. He pumps, fires over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted by Jonathan Vilma. Brett Favre is down. Brett Favre clearly was destroyed after the play.
The Saints played no favorites with their punishment, and that pounding ultimately produced a flurry of takeaways.
Varian drops the ball, stripped by the Saints. The Saints take the ball away again.
They hand it to Percy right side. Play strung out. Now Percy Harvin dropped it. Ball's up for grabs. Favre dives for it. It's still up for grabs. And a Saint picked it up. It's Remy Dow inside the 10.
The ball is just coming out from everybody's hands.
In the huddle. Drew, pay attention here. You like this call?
Looks over the middle, steps up, can't find anybody, rolls to his right, looks around, throws to the 1-yard line, and it is going to be
touchdown! Yes! Yes!
An eruption of volcanic proportions here in the Louisiana Superdome.
But Bush's score was matched by Minnesota. And in the final moments, Favre was moving his team downfield again. With one more completion, the Vikings would be within range for a game-winning field goal.
Favre, half roll out to the right, has all sorts of time, throws it, and it's intercepted! This is Tracy Porter with 7 seconds remaining in regulation. Brett Favre has gotten away with that play his entire career, but he doesn't there, and the Saints are the beneficiary. As we will go to overtime, it's 28-all. Now remember, Courtney Roby injured his ankle the last time he returned a kick, and so Pierre Thomas will return the opening kickoff of overtime from the goal line. Straight ahead, 5-10. He's up to the 15, to the 20, 25-30. Pierre Thomas with the big run back of 40 yards.
The Saints worked their way into Viking territory, where they faced a critical 4th and 1.
The most important play call of the entire season for the Saints is this one right here.
You got the call here, right? I love this call. I don't like it. I love it. Hey, don't think just ball security here, Pierre. Let's go.
90. Nice.
Hands it off, Pierre Thomas up and over. and they signal right away. Saint first down, Pierre Thomas. So it comes down to this. Garrett Hartley comes in with a chance to be the biggest hero in recent Saints memory.
The protection's been great all day with these guys. I'm just talking about up front. You just groove this thing. I don't want you thinking about anything but hitting that Florida plane. I'll carry you in. Just hit your kick, though, son. Here's why. You deserve to be here. Come on, let's go.
This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt, right hash mark.
Let's go to the Super Bowl, boys, right here.
Garrett! Miss Hartley!
Come on, baby. One time for your boy.
Saints fans, you're going to Miami.
New Orleans had waited 43 years for this moment. A win that washed away a torrent of bitter memories.
This is for everybody in this city. This stadium used to have holes in it. It used to be wet. It's not wet anymore. This is for the city of New Orleans.
The celebration continues. 70,000 fans on their feet. Nobody's going to bed tonight. Sleep is so overrated.
For the New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl 44 took place in rarefied air. Sean Payton had lifted the franchise to new heights by taking risks that left other coaches breathless.
The onside kick's an easy one. It's just a down, across the line of scrimmage, to the side. So there's no gray.
Okay. And you're set up all right?
Yeah, normal setup, just normal to get off, and instead of kicking off, we just kick it left.
Okay.
That's another day at Dolphins. That's another day. That's another day, dog.
The whole world watching.
The whole world watching. Hey. That's a big difference, but let's get it.
More people watched this Super Bowl than any other show in the history of television. It was high drama, pitting the biggest name in football against the game's greatest story.
You gotta love this, buddy. Man, I'm telling you, gotta love it. Let's go.
We're in the Super Bowl right now.
All season long, we've been special. All season long, we smell great. Let's go. Tonight, it's time to finish strong and hold up this trophy for our city.
That Peyton Manning and the Colts would be here for the second time in 4 years is no great surprise. That Drew Brees and the Saints would be here for the first time is just a bit more unexpected.
What you thought it'd be?
Yeah, not bad.
This is our year, this is our game, and tonight will be our night.
Drew Brees had carried a team and a town on his shoulders for an entire season. He had restored hopes and dreams to so many for so long. could Brees do it one more time on football's biggest stage? New Orleans fans had to wonder after the Saints punted following their first 2 possessions.
Hey, keep that pressure up the middle. He's nervous. He can't even see over y'all.
Brees wasn't the only Saint struggling.
Looks left, throws over the middle, wide open, and Colston drops the ball. Marcus Colston wide open. Boy, he is upset with himself, and he needs to be.
Against some opponents, there is room for error. Not this one.
Get up!
Just as they had with Kurt Warner and Brett Favre earlier in the playoffs, the Saints wanted to punish Peyton Manning with what they called remember me shots.
I'm getting paid good, man. 3 shots now.
But it was Manning who landed the first haymaker.
We're going to throw it down here on Osama Young. Roman better get his back.
Ball at the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Here comes the pressure. He stays in, lost it toward the end zone. Touchdown! Pierre Garçon! He beat Osama Young. He beat Roman Harper.
The first play Osama Young's in there, he said, let me get my speed guy and just go over the top with it.
I saw that one coming a mile away.
Get everything in front of you, yo. Everything in front of you. No big play.
With the Colts preventing the big play, the Saints began to make the little ones.
Looks to his right, throws it to Pierre Thomas, and he bounces off a tackle, stays on his feet, and fights his way down to the 40-yard line.
How's the protection, Aaron? Freeney in.
3rd down and about 5 for the Saints. Brees takes the snap out of the gun. They break Reggie Bush out. Freeney got to it. He got it. Drake Freeney.
That's just a bull rush. He just gets underneath the pads of Jermon Bushrod, pushes him straight back, and then when Drew steps up in the huddle, he disengages from Bushrod and gets the sack.
Freeney's sack forced the Saints to settle for a field goal.
What's up, fellas? How you doing, man? How about throwing us a field? Huh? How about throwing us a field?
This game set a Super Bowl record for most completed passes.
Over the middle, and it's dropped by Garçon.
But few catches were as significant as this drop by Pierre Garçon, which forced the Colts to punt for the first time. With offenses as prolific as these, every mistake was magnified. There was no margin for error in Super Bowl 44 for either team. Victory would require near perfection.
Brees out of the shotgun. Throws near side. Lance Moore wide open. Down to the 30. Making a move inside the 25 and pushed out of bounds.
Here's your cadence. It's wide open.
Here's Brees throwing over the middle. Colston with a catch. He's to the 10. Inside the 5 to around the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Saints on a 26-yard reception.
New Orleans had kept Manning on the bench for all but 3 plays in the second quarter. With 2 minutes left in the half, they were 1 yard from tying the game.
I'm thinking base inferno. I don't know how you like that.
That's fine, Coach.
You love it?
I love it.
All right.
4th and goal from just outside the 1-yard line. Takes the snap. Gives it off to Pierre Thomas. He didn't get there. He got knocked down by the big play. So the Saints squander a 1st and goal opportunity at the 3. Come away with nothing.
Peyton Manning has still got 2 timeouts to his disposal with 1 minute and 49 seconds left on the clock.
After watching the Saints gamble fail, Indianapolis played it safe, running the ball 3 times and coming up short of a first down.
Right back at you. Right back at you. Woo!
The Saints made the Colts regret their conservative play calling as the half ended.
So Brunell puts it down. Hartley has it on its way, and it is good.
There we go. Let's go. Yep. 30 more minutes.
We got to recover the onside kick, boys.
Saints trailing at the half 10-6, and will be kicking the football away to begin the second half. Thomas Morse steps into the football, and it's an onside kick. And it's going to be covered up by Chris Reese, I believe. They're still fighting for it. No indication as yet. Still a battle down there. Still a scrum.
We got it. We got it.
Get it. You get out of here. You get out of here. You get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, we got the ball.
Boy, you talking about not afraid. Sean Payton, he said big games, you got to make tough decisions.
Hey, this can't happen. We had the ball.
Get on out of here. Get on out of here.
Right ball. Right ball.
Right ball.
There's the first indication.
Really unbelievable decision by Sean Payton.
Hell yeah. Hey, see ya. We got it. See ya. Get on out of here.
Chris Reese is the man who recovered it.
Fight, boy. You fight.
It's all bouncing around a lot. I mean,
Damn, we got to get that.
Now be smart with this throw. Bunch right there. Fake slash 37. Weak F. Naked right Z escape. Wide boiler.
Pierre Thomas has just got some desire when he carries the football. Breaks a tackle there, breaks a tackle there, breaks another tackle, keeps those legs moving. He's got tremendous balance, and he's just got so much desire.
First down, and then some. There we go.
It might be a touchdown. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and call it a touchdown.
Coverage. We got the look we want.
Screen.
Breeze sets up the screen. Pierre Thomas. Thomas still on his feet. Down to the 5. Makes the move. He's going to score. 16 yards. And Pierre Thomas puts the Saints in the end zone for the first time tonight. With 11:41 to play in the third quarter, the Saints cash in on the gamble, recovering the onside kick, and the Houdat's back on their feet as the Saints are in the lead.
And this game has swung entirely to the New Orleans Saints.
Get that head up. Get in. Get this next one going, all right? Get this next one going.
Robotic in his consistency is how some describe Peyton Manning.
Rolls to his right. He throws it downfield. It is caught by Dallas Clark. Takes it to the 20-yard line. Boy, talk about making any kind of throw.
That ball was just dropped in there gorgeously by Manning, right where it had to be. He threw it right in the bucket.
And he went right back to the well with Dallas Clark to set up the go-ahead score.
Let's not let their best player beat us. You with me? Let's not let Clark beat us.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. Colts trying to retake the lead.
Will take the snap. He gives it to Adai, trying to bounce it outside right. Cuts to the 3, stays on his feet. Joseph Adai, what a run!
Why do you keep freaking running, baby? That's what we talk about. Why do you get after it?
Dallas Clark's got 149 yards now. Let's not let their best player beat us. That's a sin.
Saints don't commit sins. They exercise demons. The NFL's most accurate passer was preaching. And the league's MVP watched as the game's MVP delivered an impressive sermon.
Hartley's 2 out of 2, has this one on its way, and it is good. He is 3 out of 3. Flawless tonight as the Saints pull back within a point of the Colts.
Bayou native Reggie Wayne helped set up a Colts field goal attempt early in the fourth quarter.
Snap, McAfee's down. Stover's kick is way to the left. He missed it.
No. The oldest player in Super Bowl history misses it wide to the left and short. So the Saints continue to trail by just 1.
Boom. There we go. Big stop. Big stop. Take over the game.
Hey, how can you get it any better than this? Being down 1, we got the ball in the Super Bowl. You gotta be kidding me.
I want the gas pedal down.
Sean Payton's high-octane offense began its final drive with a Reggie Bush run. But the Saints got most of their mileage from Brees passing. 7 completions to 7 different receivers.
He is in a groove right now, and he's spreading the ball around, and that's what makes it so difficult on the Colts. They don't know who to zero in on.
Give me big 20 Shockey, Drew. Big 20 Shockey. Lock in your head, no sacks.
Let's punch it in. Let's punch it in.
Throwing it to Shockey here. Spread wide open.
2nd and goal from the 2. Here's the throw to Shockey, and it's a touchdown. Jeremy Shockey in the slot to the right. Gets inside Jacob Lacey. The Saints are back in the lead.
Point play. 2.
The Saints lead by 5, going for 2 to increase that lead to 7.
I want Lance Moore.
The reception is made. No, he couldn't make it by Lance Moore, and he made a juggle.
Did he get in or not?
So the Saints fail on a 2-point conversion.
Can we look at the replay? Did he get it or not? Did he keep it, though?
It is reviewable. I don't want to coach you anymore.
No, I'm just saying.
Throw it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. I'm going to challenge it. He's crossed the goal line, and then it's kicked out.
This is a huge call at this point.
It's huge. He juggled the football, had it on his fingertips as he was down, but still in possession of the ball. The Colts, Lacey came over and hit it with his foot. Then the ball came free. I don't know.
After reviewing the play, the receiver had possession of the ball with the ball breaking the plane. The points are good. 2-point conversion. New Orleans is not charged with a timeout.
Now it's going to take a touchdown. But, again, we got Peyton Manning.
Big-time players make big-time plays. Trace, let's finish it out, man. Let's finish it.
Let's go. It's what we live for. Let's go now. Let's go. Sack fumble. Sack fumble.
The goal, no matter how complicated it sounded, was to put pressure on Peyton Manning.
I don't think they're ready for gut pressure.
So you think Ram is better?
If you think we can hold up in coverage,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
all the Butch stuff is good, but at some point, some kind of gut pressure.
I like the Ram.
Those guys inside us are lighting the Ram to blow it up. Peyton, I eat Oreos faster than you. I can eat Oreos faster than you. I told him the Oreo joke. I told him the Oreo joke. I don't think he liked it.
The Saints defense didn't make Manning laugh or deliver many remember-me shots. But their pressure did force the Colts quarterback to throw a pass that he and the Houdat Nation would never forget.
We need to get some pressure on this guy.
Takes the snap. Pressure coming. He throws.
It's Tracy Porter again. He's running free. He's going to go all the way. Handout stretch. It is a Saint touchdown. 70 yards on the return.
I'll tell you what, Tracy Porter knew that route was coming and jumped it. Peyton Manning threw it right to it.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
the only turnover of Super Bowl 44 had the Saints kneeling at football's altar. On the verge of their first world championship.
3:05 now. All right, you know how to play this thing. I want them to throw it. I want to hit them. Let's not let them just march right down the field, but be smart now. This is an eternity for their offense. I want a piece of juicy fruit.
I got it.
Is it juicy fruit?
Juicy fruit. Yeah, but that's what you want to get.
It's good.
Here's Manning again, stepping up, throwing deep downfield, and it is going to be caught by Collie.
To the end, Manning tried to beat the team he cheered for as a child. But fortune was smiling on the Saints.
4th and goal from the 5. Manning pumps right, looks left, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete.
We got it! Hey! World champions. World champions.
Get ready to party with the Lombardi, New Orleans. The miracle in Miami has happened. The Saints have won the Super Bowl.
We did it, we did it, we did it! We did it!
You can hug me.
We're a world champion. Hey, let the music play tonight. How about it, Coach? Huh? I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love you. I love you too. We won the Super Bowl. We did. You won a Super Bowl. So did you. Unbelievable, huh? Take in the moment, right? It's awesome. Did you get the Gatorade dump here? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The Saints as underdogs, which they've been their entire franchise history, able to come through tonight with a valiant effort from the second quarter on.
Everybody back in New Orleans gets a piece of this trophy. Here we go.